Welcome to Chris and Carlette Live, a podcast about life, love, and overcoming obstacles. Each week, we discuss the good, the bad, and the indifferent of life's interruptions. Now, here's your host, Chris and Carlette.
Keep believing, don't go stressing, keep it moving. God, we're resting, here to help you, here to bless you. With God on our side, CNC Live.
We are here.
Yes, we are here.
In 2002. 22.
Yes.
Yes.
You take me back to 2.
That was when we first got married.
Yeah, we was almost a year in.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the good old days.
You know what?
What?
And these are the better days.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Those was the good old days. What's up, Darcy McKine?
Where's she at? YouTube?
On Facebook. How y'all
You know
doing?
what? Am I seeing anything? Oh, hey, Darcy.
Yes.
Darcy, he missed your desserts.
Yeah.
Well, we ain't gonna get started on that, Darcy. Just
she
let you
needs
know.
to come on down here to good old Hot Atlanta.
I miss her.
Yes.
Man, it's been a long time.
Happy New Year to everyone, all our
Yes.
viewers. Happy New Year.
Happy
we
New
pray
Year.
that your New Year's celebration went off very well and that God is going to bless you in this upcoming year.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
He will do
He's
it.
gonna do it. Speak it. I'm serious. No less than his best and big this year. No less.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was, well, how did your day go today? You were off today?
Yeah, this is the last day of my 2-week vacation, and I am well rested. I had a great time with my husband and children. Despite everything we dealt with, we had a good time. The Lord has spared us from a lot, and we are good. We are good. We had good movie nights.
Yeah, we did have good
We had the type of movie nights with family discussions. Because, Christian about to go off to school. He's at the midpoint, he finished his midterm grades very well.
Yes.
And matter of fact, I have to send that off to a couple of colleges. But I promise you, it's like this was a good 2 weeks.
Yeah, make sure you go see American Skin.
Yes.
American Skin. That was a Spike Lee production.
Was that on which network was
That
it on?
was on, I forgot which one that was on, but that was a good production.
It wasn't Apple.
No, it was not Apple. It may be BT Plus.
We have that? Oh, okay. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it was either on BT Plus or Prime. I think it was Prime Video. What else did we
Skin.
watched? What was the name of that movie? The first one, Swan Song.
Yeah, Swan Song.
That was a very good movie.
Yes, with Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, very good movie.
It made you think.
Yeah, that's on Apple Plus TV.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other movie we watched?
Greyhound.
With
Tom Hanks.
Yes, Tom. That came out last year or
Yeah.
the year before last. That was a very good movie.
Mm-hmm. That was on Apple TV.
Yeah, Apple TV.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
It was, and then we tried to watch Do the Right Thing, but it was was it Do the Right Thing?
We watched it.
Oh yeah, we watched the whole thing. Sure did. Yeah.
We watched it. Christian had never seen Do the Right Thing, and we had to take him back to the 90s.
Yes.
And so glad we did. He saw how history repeated itself,
Yes.
or something that was in a film actually came to life, and I hate to say it, more than once. So if y'all remember the movie, when I say the word, the name Radio Raheem, you know what happened. If you remember the movie, somebody you maybe didn't really understand, but by the end you knew who Radio Raheem was.
Radio Raheem.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I used to have, like, my cousin and I. We tried to we had boom boxes like that.
We had something like that, but it was only blasting gospel music. Praise God. I'm just saying. And we wasn't walking down the street. However, we had this guy in the neighborhood, and he was a bodybuilder. I am close with his brother. His brother is a year older than me, but his name was Aaron Mackins, and he had the boombox, and he walked down the street, and he was playing his music. But I'm gonna tell you something about that brother. He had a lawn business too, so he would have his boombox, he would have his lawnmower. He was doing it. He was doing it.
Wow.
Young man.
Yeah. What else? That was it, right? Did we watch anything else?
Oh, The Ride. We finished it. Evan and I, we finished it, but it was called The Ride, and Ludacris is in it.
Yeah. When did y'all finish that?
We finished it yesterday after church.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because y'all didn't come home until later, and so we watched.
Was it a good movie?
It was a good movie. I need to watch the second half again because I was kind of in and out, but I did get the gist of it. But I wanted to see, how things turned out. That was one that was on Netflix. So that was a very good movie.
Some of the top news today on MSNBC. Shout out to them. We thought it would be 2021, but 2022 should bring the end of the pandemic. Interesting concept.
And they're basing this on vaccinations, people getting the vaccination, and then also those getting the booster.
Yes.
Now, time and time again, they have said it will not prevent it, but it will minimize the symptoms. And just if people can keep that in mind, I got the shot and I still got it. They never said you wouldn't get it.
Right.
But everybody needs to do their part. Whatever you think your part is, some people are not vaxxers. They're, but they'll wash their hands, they'll wear their mask, they'll beef up their immune system. If that's your choice, we live in a free country. It is not a mandate. It's just strongly suggested. So
if you have a student loan, make sure that you can defer it.
Well,
the payback.
Well, the thing about it is the government has done that. Yeah. They have pushed it to May 1st.
Right. I'm just saying, make sure you go out and
well, just make sure that it was deferred for you.
Right.
You don't have anybody talking about. Now, I've seen on Facebook a lot of people saying that their student loans were bought. And some saying they weren't bought. They was just sent to a subsidiary of the federal government. And then I saw this meme where somebody said, I read it I got it extended just to laugh and knowing I ain't going to pay them when May comes. So,
Lord have mercy.
So, to each his own.
Make sure you get all your tax statements done before, make sure you from your employers and stuff.
Well, they have to the end of January.
Right, January 31st.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so make sure you get that done. They are coming after Trump.
Okay. Yeah, the Attorney General in New York. Is that who you talked about? Mm-hmm. They
are coming after him and his family, which is very interesting to me. They, I guess they increased the value of their properties.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, that's what they're being
investigated.
Investigated. Yeah.
Oh,
that's pretty crazy to inflate the value of your home.
Can they justify it?
I doubt it.
Did they do improvements in the home?
I doubt it. Now these are to probably business. My mic doesn't sound. The mic.
You sound good.
You sound good too. You sound good too.
It's good.
We have a friend coming on. I don't know when he's coming on. He said he'd be here at 7:15. None other than our producer. What's his name? Terrill Hill.
Vincent Terrill.
So if you all need some nuggets, make sure you stay on for the duration of this broadcast. He's going to, we had another guest scheduled. However, we went a different route. And we wanted to really gear this for the big. And explain why, Carlette. Okay.
I can only speak for me. I really don't want to get into this like that. Okay, but why we chose it, because number one, I can do this. Where we attend church, Life Church of Atlanta, where our pastor is Dr. Terrence A. Merritt. And that is the word of the Lord. That was, he went into prayer, and that's what the Lord had given him. And I'm telling you, it so much so that it coincides what I heard in prayer myself and that the year of big. And it's like, what does that mean? The big, whatever big needs to be applied to in your life, believe God for and watch what he's going to do. I'm looking at every seed that has been sown. During this pandemic, no, I haven't been Netflixing and chilling. I know that has several meanings to it, but for me, it's literally sitting in front of the TV and just binge. No, I didn't have the privilege of that a lot. I maybe binge watched. I know 2 things I did in 2 years, because I've been on the grind. We've been on the grind. So dealing with the kids, dealing with projects that we're working on and stuff like that, and and it's like it's season for the big manifestations.
So when you say big, so for me, big means like not so much money, but when it means to me like promotions and connections and stuff like that.
Yeah. I need, and I think of expansion. When I think of big, I think of expanding also what we've worked on, expanding our network of friends, associates, people who are supposed to be in this next phase of our lives, professionally, socially. Investors, seriously.
So, for example, what big means to me is having this show syndicated on XM.
I agree.
Sirius.
Because we've
XM.
done 1 year.
One
full year of, you all have not seen a rerun of anything. Everything was fresh content every week. Yes. Every week. You met people, you were introduced to people, you were given resources, information that you would have to pay money for. Yes. We really hit y'all hard in January when we first came out. Stuff that could carry you on through the year. So this year, big. Also, think of legacy, establishing it, making the steps for that. You're not too old, you're not too young. It's never too late to try.
Never too.
While you alive. You was thinking about to say never too much.
Yeah.
So Keisha is here. The counselor is here.
Yes.
Keisha, won't you, Keisha, tell me, I want to actually, Keisha, I want to know your exact title. I want to know your exact title. I want to represent you well and put it out there, what you do, because you can help a lot of people. We've had you on one time, but you've been in the comments enough to be like a guest on the show. With your questions and your responses have been everything.
She's like our what's the guy that what is she? She's like Dr. Oz to us.
Dr. Oz?
She's Dr. Blakely.
Okay. Hey, I think she's a PhD candidate while you playing. I think like she is a PhD candidate.
We gonna help her get her own show, like Oprah did.
He said he's about to sign in.
Oh, okay, all right. So yeah, so big. So when we talk about big, I think that this mic, it just doesn't.
It's you. It's you. Trust me, it's you.
Maybe. She's a licensed
mental health counselor, associate, psycho. Oh man, can you stop playing?
Psychometrist. I never heard of a
Okay. Psychometrist, psychotherapist. I'm praying that in that PhD. All right. Hey, Cordell. So, all right.
So
I'm going to have to write that down.
Yeah, we have to write that down. So we want to, our producer, he'll be joining us shortly, but just wanted to talk about a little bit more about big and what big means to you all, what big means to us.
Let's stop limiting ourselves.
Yeah.
And being open to what big is that God is. You can try to think about it, but the word says that his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. But it's okay to dream. It's okay. Dream. Keisha, you even said something on your page today. You said something to the effect about, you can have your dream, but it's still his will is going to prevail. So I thank you, Lord, that I'm praying for a glimpse. But if nothing else, direct me.
Yeah.
Direct me. I want to be in your will. I don't want to be out of your will. I don't want to miss you. I don't want to go before you. I love his wall. And so that's where I am. So I don't want to be operating in small when big is my portion. Take that. I do not want to be operating in small when big is my portion. And big is my portion. Yes, Keisha, you did make a post about this. This is what we're talking about. And I'm like, Lord, he said there is a serious echo.
All right. I gotta just keep talking.
So anyway, I just want to encourage you all, go in prayer, seriously. And I thank God for the journey. I thank God for what he's about to show us. I thank you, God, for the fruits of our labor we will see, and we will see this year. We will see something. And it's not going to be pointless. It's going to, we're ready now, Terrill. And it's just, we're open. We are open. It's nothing like, I'm talking about, we've sown seed. Work has been done. But I believe that once we see what it is, it'll feel, how they say, sweatless victories. Like it'll feel like that because what we put in, I don't think we'll match the magnitude that we're going to get, if that makes any sense. Because you put in a little seed and then you get this big old tree. It just don't match. It just doesn't match, but it's still the seed was planted. Right? Anybody listening?
Yes. So we have
oh, Miss Christie is on here. Lady Bell, she's here.
We have none other than our producer.
Yes.
He's looking. Can you hear us okay? Let's see. Can he? It looks like he froze up, but
no, he's there.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we're going to bring him on. He's going to help us dialogue a little bit about big. All right, here he comes. Let me make sure that I get him. All right, get this. I got to give him his proper intro. So
all right.
So here we go.
I hope you can hear it. Wave your hand, Terrill. There he is.
He's getting up. Wait.
And he walked away. That is the wonderful thing of life. He is.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Terrill?
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me let's see. All right, let's take him off before so he can. Can you hear us? Can you? All right.
Oh, why would y'all put me live and not tell me?
We
were telling you.
We tried to tell
I
you.
text y'all and told y'all, let me know when you are ready.
And I said, Terrill, we're ready.
No, through text. I had your.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
How long have I been live?
We saw when you got up and walked away.
Now you're on the screen, okay?
Yeah, now he didn't have you on the screen. We just saw you.
Oh, that's what I was. Okay, I was like, oh my God. Hold on a second. Y'all gotta let me know these things. My nerves got bad. Oh my goodness.
We do know.
Of course, I'm multitasking here. So I was oscillating back and forth till y'all were ready, looking at another project that's streaming right now. So that's why I had muted you all and was going back to that, and I was waiting on the text. But anyway.
Oh,
hey.
So you were watching something else?
What? Let's okay.
I absolutely was, Chris. Hold on. I need to look at the camera. I absolutely was. So. How are y'all doing?
We are doing good, and you, sir?
I am doing great. I cannot complain at all.
Congratulations to your new abode, place of habitat.
I love that wall.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes.
I am stoked about this. These are actually acoustic panels.
Mm.
You all know that how I said I wanted to start working on my own stuff last year. This time, as a matter of fact, this time last year, I was saying how I wanted to start putting content online and whatnot. So when I moved here, I wanted to put a little extra work and getting this office together. So yeah,
Good. That's good.
and of course our mutual friend Bernard Holman helped me do it.
Yes,
All right.
yes. Yeah, that's
Well, you told me you was gonna have me on a project this year, so I can't wait.
Y'all were already on though, but I've never
No,
released
me.
that episode.
Me.
Okay, bet. And we're gonna fuss about Jesus and everything.
So I know your time is limited.
Right.
So we gotta squeeze every piece of nugget out of you that we can.
Okay, all right, let's go.
All right.
I'm ready.
So we were talking about big and what big means to us, and you can relate this to the show or what have you. But I told the viewers, I put in the post that you were going to throw out some nuggets. So we just want to hear what's on your heart for this year. What's on your heart for us as Chris and Carlette Live? What could we do? What are we doing good? What are we doing? I mean, just be transparent with, the viewers so that they would know, this is us. I mean, this is real. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think first of all, congratulations. Here's what I do know, and I say this wholeheartedly and sincerely: it is not an easy feat to rock something like this consistently over a year. I just point blank, period. I don't care what nobody say. The fact that y'all are in those chairs, those same chairs, you all, with the intention of doing this show, slid on the left and the right. That is not easy to do. I don't care what no one say. So kudos.
Thank you.
Chris
Thank
and
you.
Carlette.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, sir.
And I say that since I was not talking to Jesus, I was talking to you, Carlette.
I was telling him thank you.
You tell me you're welcome. You have a conversation with Jesus. I'm talking to you.
Thank you, Terrill. Thank you, Terrill. You know what? If y'all knew the backstory on this, that's all I gotta say. He know I'm gonna get him.
Let me tell you why I say that, because you need that moment before you start releasing. You gotta take a moment to soak it in, to soak in the fact that you did it. Something that was hard that I've heard you all have conversations and say, matter of fact, we were on three-way. You were like, Chris, maybe we shouldn't do it. Maybe. And then, matter of fact, your first show, I'm looking at y'all pitch. I need to look at the camera. I'm sorry.
That's
your
right.
first show, your mentor had passed away.
Yep.
And I said, oh, no, they ain't going live today. And you still got on and did it. So take in that first before you start giving it out, that y'all did the doggone thing. Yeah. Absolutely. You did the doggone thing.
Thank you for pushing us.
Yeah, you did push us, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
And constantly telling us, to dig deep in who we are. It's so much in us. And I am be honest, we only scratched the surface last year. We really did.
Yeah.
I think we're evolving. That's the best thing I can say. I feel like we are evolving and getting comfortable in the skin that we're in.
Right.
Yeah.
That's because the more you share, you become transparent. You're learning about yourself. You're finding out what you will and will not put up with. Who you what you've accomplished, and it's like, no, I don't deserve that. Or, just again, like finding out who you are and even what your limitations are. What you're gonna say, oh no, I'm start saying no to that.
Right. No, I I absolutely agree. I think that I was having a conversation. I'm trying to adjust this picture so I can get it near the camera, so I can look at y'all and look at. I think that's better.
Yeah.
So I was having a conversation with someone, and this might come across harsh. I got to talk quick too, because now we'll get the yapping and it'll be 9 p.m. So I asked them to do something for me, and they said no. It's fine. So then, and it was a favor. And they have a right to say no. So I'm not against them for saying no. Then about 20 minutes later, they wanted me to stop what I was doing and do something for them. And I said, no. And let me tell you why. Because 20 minutes ago, when I asked you for something, you said no. And so they were like, huh? And I said, well, do you understand that relationships are transactional? That relationships are not one way? And he said, well, so you don't do things out of the goodness of your heart? I said yes to those I choose to share my good with. Because for me, now this is me talking. This is me talking. See, that's how you know when you're really in it, because the devil getting the audio. No, now this is me talking. I applied the principle from the scripture that you should not throw your pearls to the swine. So my good is only reserved for those that honor it, the goodness of my heart. What I'm going to give everybody is my love and my respect. I'm a good time. I done came in here hollering and first of all talking about why y'all have me on live, and now I'm swinging and clapping, and all of that is energetic. You're going to get everybody going to get that. But the good of my heart, I'm not giving it to pigs.
I hear you.
Oh no. So I think that
and it's not like you didn't before, but at some point you start learning.
Oh yeah, you learn.
Because the Bible talks about, it's your pearls, and what pearls represent. You know, it's wisdom, it's greatness, is you know, you can't put a value to it. It's invaluable.
And what it takes to create one.
Yes.
And see, that's the thing. I believe this, that people that recognize my good, they only can recognize it because they've recognized theirs first. And when they recognize theirs, I am pretty sure they know that good did not come from somewhere. There had to be some sacrifices, some self-denial, some shutting up when you wanted to talk, some talking when you should have shut. Like there had to be some ebbs and flows and ups and downs to create this conglomerate of a personality called V. Terrill Hill, Chris Edwards, and Carlette Edwards. And so that's why I don't talk about people's stuff. I don't water cooler talk, because I realize that whatever you've created, there was a process to it.
There was
and
a
it wasn't
process.
easy. And so I'm not going to then take all of my experiences and all of my tears and crying and being misunderstood and then just give it to anybody because I'm supposed to be on some love your neighbor stuff. No, I'm going to love you, but you're not getting my good. You can't afford it.
So what you're saying, it's a heart thing. It is a heart thing, because your heart is being developed in the process, in the grind, in the blood, sweat, and tears. You know, you're learning yourself. You're learning lessons. You're hearing from God, and you're hearing and obeying. And then somebody come along that's just haphazard and just expect you to just.
Correct.
Wait, what?
Correct. True story. I'm doing my finances for January, and the Bible says that you should honor your father and your mother so your days should be long. So I was, and I hope they don't mind me sharing this. I started sending them money every month, just because they're my parents, and I told them this ain't for nothing but whatever you want to do with it. So then I'm doing that, and I'm sending money here, and I'm putting money there, and I'm putting money in the stock account and doing it. And I'm saying to myself, now hold on a second. I'm sowing and giving and and there's a blessing that comes with that. I can't just open my life to everybody. I'm not, because I am sitting here sacrificing, giving money that I could be buying name brand or buying more stuff for this house, and I'm sowing it into seed outside of myself based on principle. That's going to create a grace in my life that is not easily attained. And when that, I wasn't on the whole time.
Yeah, you
were.
No, I just.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I just put my Cash App up so you can sow some seed into.
You know what?
So out of order. But the grace that is on our lives for the sacrifices that we make should not be easily distributed to everybody just because they exist. I also believe that you put out y'all know my language. You put out to the universe, you put out to God, that signal that you put out that says, I don't value myself when you give it away so easily. And it reminds me of, I went to a party lately, and there was an abundance of food at that party.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the party, there were, bottles of tea that was half drunken, and Cokes that were half drunken, and food that was wasted. And I said, I believe it was wasted. You know why? Because there was too much to offer.
Ooh.
Yeah, because if there wasn't so much spread out, then people would have been more, they would have rationed more.
Right.
But because it was spread out and they didn't have to pay for it, they misused it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's just like it is on the cruise ship. It's all this food, and then you see food just wasted away, and I'm like, man, this is
absolutely.
Even when it comes to my household, I don't know if Carlette knows this, but when we don't eat all our food in the refrigerator, I said, Lord, please forgive us.
He does.
Yeah, you don't want to be wasteful like that.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, what I realize is we'll do that with food. We're supposed to do that with food. We're supposed to have a consciousness about money. Mm-hmm. We'll have a conscience about other people's stuff. Mm-hmm. But we won't ask God to forgive us for spreading ourselves too thin and allowing people to waste us. And if you want to talk about big in 2022, you got to start with you.
Wow.
Terrill Hill, Elder Hill, as I call you. Elder Hill. Oh, I hope y'all taking notes.
So I texted you the other day and I said,
yes, it is, Keisha.
I said, Terrill, you know what? I'm gonna take a don't care attitude.
Oh Lord.
And what I mean by that is I'm not gonna let anyone offend me. I'm not gonna let anyone get under my skin because of some nonsense. And it just, I'm tired. Terrill, it's come to a point where you get tired of hurting.
Oh,
you get tired of being abused. You get tired of being mistreated. You get tired of just people acting stupid. Some people, and I'm gonna say, some people say that they elders in the church and don't even act like it. I'm tired of that.
Oh boy, hold on. What have I been dragged into? It was like,
I know. I'm just saying. I'm tired of it. It's just let's act like we're adults.
Let's start there.
Even in the church, even you get okay, man. I don't mean to go this way, but we're gonna have to weave this thing. I'm tired of people just abusing you and treating you any kind of way in the church. They can talk to you, they can dog you out, everything. I'm tired of that. And so I'm taking a nonchalant, I'm taking a don't care attitude this year because I'm not going to let my heart be abused anymore.
Right. You know what, Chris? And the question that I have to ask, because I believe that is the first step to the evolution. I'm going to say evolution of you, but I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about the evolution of you generally. The evolution of the individual. Well, where life presents to them these kind of flashes or warnings, or yield signs. Hey, I'm trying to get your attention. And then it manifests as, I'm sick of this. So that's step number one. But and people, Chris, always get stuck there. You know what? I ain't taking this no more. But you know what I had to chew when I was in that exact same spot? My next question I had to ask myself was, why did I allow that? And it's like, okay, now that I've shut everybody out, because you do have to be like, you know what? You are not good for me. You're not good for my peace. I feel like you have abused me. I feel like you have mistreated me. So now let me create some space between us. That's step number one. The very next step should be, what is out of line with me that I allowed that situation to be in the first place. That I allowed it to get so far.
Because oh, go ahead.
Uh-huh.
No, go ahead.
No.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
You go.
You go.
Okay. So the external, what's the word I want to use? When those external, I forget the adjective, but they're meant to drive us on the inside. And so everybody have to have that conversation. We have to look at 2021 and say, everything that happened in 2021, I created it and I allowed it, whether it was good, bad, or ugly. So I think what happens is people get stuck at I am tired of being abused, and they stay in that space, but that's dangerous because, first of all, it leaves you vulnerable to create it again. So if you only deal with the external, then you never deal with the root that created it in the first place. And so my admonishment to people that are where Chris is don't just get stuck there. I was like that when I first evolved from the church. Then I was stupid church people just going to church, giving their money, yada, 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 yada. And then I had to think like, hold on for a second. That's me. I'm the issue. And when I realized that it was not the church, it was my experience that I allowed that whole something years, then it was like, oh, then I was able to come to Life Church and work. Because other than that, there's nowhere in the world I could have been out about getting triggered. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that everybody has to do in this first couple of weeks, I think the first step is introspection. What am I frustrated about? What am I frustrated about? What did I not like? What can I change? What are my new goals? And then, look around you, because really everything around you is prophetic of what you, hold on. Oh, what did I tell somebody? The past is prophetic of what you created. Oh God, I should have wrote this down. The past is prophetic. No, the past is your manifestation. The present is your prophecy. And the future is your prophecy. Oh God, I said it so beautifully last Monday. And today, oh man.
Give it to him, Lord.
The point is this. What you yesterday is what you created. It's the manifestation of today. That's what I said. Yesterday is the oh man, what was it? It's so good. I'm gonna get it. Bear with me. I'll forget it. I'm gonna text y'all and y'all can put it on y'all platform. But basically, I'm saying that what happened yesterday, you created. What's happening today, you are creating. And so what you're doing today, you're going to create for tomorrow. What you did yesterday, you already created. The point is, it's all you. And so if you want to accomplish goals, if you want to do it big, you can't just be focusing on, I wrote down, I want a $100,000 or six-figure job. I wrote down that I want a better relationship with my husband, a better relationship with my wife. And then you're focusing on that and then leave you out of the equation. One of the biggest challenges I had in 2021 is I didn't know how to operate without money problems. All I knew was how to operate poor. And I had so much anxiety when my money, around about June, my money flipped. And I had no idea what to do. I was asking God for something that I didn't even prepare me for. It starts with you.
Wow.
Pastor has been saying, first he said the word for 2021. He started saying it in, I want to say November was big. Then it went to prepare for the big. And he's like, prepare. And he said, starting with you. He said, because you don't want to get the big and then leave God. You don't want to get the big and you know where to be found. Or it's like your relationship with God is just wanes. He was like, you know, you just come up missing. And he said, not necessarily always just church, but missing your personal time. He's like, because the bigger thing that God wants to develop is more than the material. He said it's the person he wants to develop, healthy and whole.
Right.
So it's kind of like wasting. Don't it's nothing like getting it, then you waste it. It's like spilling milk.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, true story. True, absolute true story. Are like the 10 virgins, that the wise virgin versus the unwise virgins, where they were not ready for the bridegrooms to come, because there's one thing to ask for. Think about the people who win the lottery, and their soul did not evolve to the space of what they manifested. And I think that's why that scripture that says that, well, dearly beloved, I wish above all things that your soul prosper as you prosper. You know, I probably didn't quote that verbatim, but the ideal is that you evolve, and as you evolve, everything around you aligns with it. So if I want a better quality of friends, I need to evolve. If I want a better quality of career, I need to evolve. If I want a better quality of, like Chris and I, we do production. If I want a better quality production, I need to evolve. And if I evolve, myself demands everything around me, basically prophesies to everything around me. Literally, we are literally prophesying consistently, 24/7, what we want tomorrow to look like, what we want the next day to look like. But that comes from the soul. That's why you can't fake soul evolution. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how great the selfie is and what you post on social media. Take a look into their life. You hang around there for a cool hour. You're going to see who's real and who's faking it, because your life is going to prophesy of what your insides is.
Wow.
And that's why, for me, it's important. I just started counseling again today. I mean, literally, I had a great counseling session. And someone said, well, why are you going back? Because my soul is important. My mind, not just my body, not just my wallet, but the state of my emotion, the state of my mind, the state of my heart has to be foremost important, or everything else will crumble. And if you really want to do it big, that's where you got to start.
Now we have 3 minutes. It's and I
No, we don't. No, we don't. He started at 7:20. I want my 30 minutes.
Okay,
got 8.
Fair. I'll give it to you. But y'all laughing through this 8 minutes, man. We gotta go.
So, wow, you got a question for him?
I was gonna say, I've heard this statement. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I've heard this statement that, and there's some truth to it. I may not be for everybody, but I'm for somebody. Sounds good. However, which is true, I don't like when people are nasty about it. Get what I mean? Like once they realize that, because I'm realizing that, but I'm checking Carlette, that Carlette is not mad in that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And that's what I was saying, what Chris was saying. That's why everyone has to move from that space of what they done, and get to what it is in me that allowed it to happen. Because when you do that, that energy that you're putting out to be mad, to be angry, I ain't taking no junk from nobody.
Right.
It's going to turn into this love, this grace, because here's the problem. People that do not have grace have never experienced grace. So when you start introspecting, and all of a sudden, by the grace of God, you see that mirror call you, and you see yourself, and you're like, oh my God, I cannot believe that this was broken in me, and it manifested into bad relations, or manifested into people misusing me. And then you have to forgive yourself and go through that process and heal, and then give yourself love, and then treat yourself. like you would treat someone else. You know how, somebody called us out, made them say, oh, girl, pick your head up, girl. You can do it. It's going to be all right. You're going to make it. And then you are forced by the nature of evolution to do that to yourself. When you come out of that strenuous process, you ain't going to be mad at nobody. Them same people can say that same thing to you, and you be like, you know what? Okay.
Okay, now I want to go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, because we only got 5 minutes. You know how Terrill is. So I have some words. I want one sentence for each.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Big.
Big, my belly. Ha!
Well,
big. All right. Big. And I'm doing a sentence for it.
Yes, or whatever. What a sentence or another word or whatever. Just
okay.
Yeah, let's do a sentence. A thought, I should say.
A thought. Okay, a thought. Everything I do, I'm gonna do it proper and big in 2022.
Okay. Heart.
My heart. God, please keep my heart pure.
2022.
2022 is all about you.
I hope nobody said that at the
Self.
Right. Appreciate that.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Lord, help my unbelief.
Okay. Love.
I just think I think the same thing. I go back to me just pressed as the Lord keep my love pure.
Okay. Connections.
Connect are vitally important for this year.
Yes.
Vitally important.
Explain that. And why do you think so?
What God has been dealing with me specifically about my business, which I think is an overarching thing, period. I am a one-man show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the last 3 months, I've lost the grace for that. Mm-hmm. And it's like God is dealing with me that I have to be, and my coach, my mentor, he's been preaching and pumping in this lately too, partnerships. Mm-hmm. It's all about partnerships with yourself, partnerships with God, and partnerships with people. And that synergy that's created is going to just boost us to the next space in life. But it's not a one-man show no more. We're not going to be an island. We're going to heal so that we can connect with other people.
Mm-hmm. Good. Carlette?
I want to agree with what you said because I feel that's where we're at.
Uh-huh.
But we had to wake up in 21.
Yeah.
We had to wake up. I think this show helped us.
I'm sorry.
I think this show helped us. The more we talked, I felt like we didn't talk enough until we got this show. And I thought we were good.
People will never understand it. There's something therapeutic about getting in front of a camera. I don't know what it is, Carlette, Chris. I do not know what it is. There's something divinely therapeutic. And I would tell anybody, get in front of a camera if you want to hear yourself. If you want to learn yourself, learn your partner. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Listen, for the right ones this season, absolutely Keisha. Keisha's, listen, she blowing up this. I even like how she talked about, when we were talking about love, this is called unrequited love or one-sided love. It is a love that is not openly reciprocated or understood as such. Yeah, that was earlier in the conversation. But listen, we want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your friendship. We've been rocking with you now, what, a year and a half?
Well, Chris, a year and a half, and then I met you later.
Yeah, it's a year now for me. Yeah.
Let me tell y'all, one thing I can respect about you all, Chris and I had a falling out. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Good. Go ahead.
And then I got to go real quick. But Chris and I had a falling out, and I've had a lot of grace in life, y'all. I'm a lot of things, and I think y'all have seen a very raw version of me. I'm a lot of things, but I've had a lot of grace in life, so I don't hold nobody to yesterday. I'm only dealing with what you give me for today. And somehow or another, I forgot to tell Chris what bothered me personally. And we were talking random about something. I don't even know what we were talking. I said, "Oh, Chris, I didn't tell you why I'm upset with you." And I so appreciated how he handled it, and that really, and I don't think people realize that relationship takes work. Any relationship that's going to last over a space of time takes work, and I question any relationship that does not have bumps in the road. See, life interruptions truly quantify relationships or qualify relationships, excuse me. And so I could appreciate how we were able to, I felt like I was the biggest aggravator of the falling out. So for probably the first 2 or 3 months, I was just saying sorry. And then after I knew Chris was okay, then it was okay, now it's my turn, nigga. But it's a rare for people to listen. It's rare for people to say, you know what? Oh, I hear that. I'm sorry, and to respond. And so that is big for me. That's my love language. And so I'm appreciative of that. And I just wanted to say thank y'all. Thank you for the relationship. Thank you for the friendship.
Well, just call me back when you need to hire me for something. You know.
No, we don't do 2 things twice. I'm full of grace, but it was. Oh, and my waffle maker.
Uh-huh.
That touched my heart. That's all.
And your stomach.
Well, I'm going to say
and
this.
Your stomach.
Let me say this. I'm glad y'all had the conversation. I feel that y'all valued it enough to keep having conversations. See, it's when people don't want to have the conversation. It's like either it was over or you didn't value it.
What in the world?
What?
What happened?
The broadcast? Oh, you know what? No. Oh.
What? Can you hear me, Terrill?
Yeah, just keep
Yeah,
going.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I hear you. Yeah, I think that no, I absolutely agree that because I have this saying that I will not burn a bridge. I will not be the reason why if I get in relationship with you, I will always be in relationship with you. You will have to be the person that cut it. So we might not talk as much. We might not, but I'm never going to leave a relationship upside down. I'm going to at least make sure it's upright. And then we might not deal like we used to, but if we see each other in the mall, we can hug each other. We can, send each other text messages periodically. And so, because I think that relationships are just too important. I really value relationships.
I have one that I burned, but I made sure I burned it.
It's
no,
3.
let me say.
No, it's because I'm not having Terrill fussing at us because you kept us over 3 minutes and
You know what? And knowing me, I'll sit here and talk and then talk junk afterwards. You're right, Chris. Like, we gotta go. But love y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Love y'all too.
And your mother says she
All right.
loves us and she calls us her daughter, son and daughter. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. That's a funny guy right there. Our own V. Terrill Hill.
Yeah, the one and only.
Yes.
Our
yes.
producer.
Our producer. So what did you think? What
That was good.
Yes.
That was good. Yes, Keisha, it is. He did. It is Life's Interruptions. That's the name of the show. Life's Interruptions, the good, bad, and indifferent.
And the indifferent.
It is. And life is full of it. If you alive, it's going to be an interruption. Doesn't always mean it's bad. It's life. It comes with curveballs. Some are good, some are bad, and some is like in the gray area. And that's what we call the indifferent. And so, we're learning to live with it, live through it. Let's talk about it. And hear me. We are, whether we come up with a new song for this year, whether we come up with we got plenty of pictures on it. We can flip it out, whatever. Our thing this year is what is it for the big? You remember last year was all about New Year, New You. And I kept talking to y'all all year long about that. What did you do with this new year and this new year? Now we're going to talk about this big. And we're going to talk about legacy, which is part of the big, because big, it's bigger than you. So you have to plan it right. You have to categorize it. You have to organize it, or it's going to be wasted. Our pastor said the word of the Lord was prepare for it. So whatever prepare means to you, or what you think at least the direction of the big, prepare for it. Whatever you have to, if you need to get that education, get it. If you need to get that certificate, get it. If you need to make amends, do it. If you need to get the bank account, do it. If you need to get the whatever corporation you need, LLC, DBA, EINs, all that stuff, do it. Do it.
I something just came to mind too. That don't be scared of the big, because just like Pastor's been preaching on the when Peter and all the disciples went out to fish, and it took faith to bring in all the nets of fish. Sometimes that can be overwhelming, and you can't allow the overwhelming and anxiety and fear, I want to say capsulate your body, because it's too much. If God thought that it was too much, he would not have given it to you in the first place.
And I'm going to tell you, like our spiritual mother told us, get used to people helping you.
Yes.
And that can mean volunteers. That can mean people you have to hire. I know some people that it's hard for them to allow people to come in and clean their house.
Right.
And so they'll work up sun up to sundown and clean up and then be just wore out, and then got to be back up early in the morning. And then they let somebody clean one time, and it's like, oh my God, this was a lifesaver. You deserve to take care of yourself. That's why these people are in business. You're not taking advantage of them. You're not a lazy person. No, you're not a lazy person. And I'm just using that as an example. It really is be used to, you have to allow the right people in. I'm not just saying just whoever, whenever, you even have to, I'm trying to get back to our thing. You even have to, you have to be careful with that. Who is going to come in and help you and assist you, because you don't want somebody that will be the type that, oh, I cleaned up this and that in their house and they, somebody that's private, somebody that's a professional, and they know what they're doing. But and that's just an example I used. I really want us to be our best selves and get all that we are supposed to get, lacking in nothing. And people know that's going to be the focus this year. It is. We're going to continue to share. We're going to talk about estate planning. We're going to talk about life insurance. We're going to talk about it. That's part of your legacy. That is not have your 401s, 403Bs, tax, the ones that you do post-tax, that type of funding. What's your retirement? I'm learning by watching people get old right now and what they were not prepared for. I'm learning by other people's lives, and we're supposed to, the good and the bad and the indifferent. So, listen, we're about to wrap up now, but we thank you. We thank you for supporting us this past year.
Yes.
And here we are to year 2, season 2.
Season 2, your candy class.
Yes. So in 2 weeks, on the 15th of January, starting off, we are going to do both pear jam and vegetable soup. And that is both the water bath method with canning with Carlette and the pressure canner. Now listen, it's already happening back again. These shelves are starting to become empty. I saw pictures yesterday because they heard a threat of ice and snow here, and all the bread was gone. Left was bagels. Yeah, I mean, somebody put a picture on the city. I'm part of this group called the Women of Douglasville, and so somebody said, "Y'all, it's happening." People panic and they go and they run. But if you have stuff stocked up, stored up, I mean, the Bible said, "Consider the end," and that's talking about preparation, and hey, it's a lot of stuff is just straight up our fault and lack of preparation. So I encourage you to join the class. It is a small fee because I'm sharing, and once you register, you will get a supply list and what to do, and it's a private class. You register, you can contact me personally. It's announced on Facebook, on my personal page, on the Chris and Carlette Live page. And again, of course, I'm going to announce it again. And it's all held through Eventbrite is where the registration. You can go to Eventbrite and put my name in and it'll pop up. So I thank you all so much. And that is January 15th at 10:30 Eastern a.m., 9:30 Central, 7:30 Pacific. And I have to say Pacific because I do have students or participants that do join us from California. So I appreciate you all for your support.
All right. We are going to get out of here. We're going to talk to you all next Monday with some juicy crab. I wanted to say juicy crab, but
Duh.
We're going to join you all. We're going to have some more juicy nuggets for you all next week. And we love you all.
Oh, my Miss Linda Meyer is on here. She was my sixth grade teacher. She was the best ever.
And
Diane Lindemeyer.
Like we said,
I just saw her name pop up. Listen, and then Tammy then popped on, and Cheryl and Keisha has been on all this time, and Cordell was on, and some other people. But my teacher from sixth grade is on here.
Was she a good student?
I made the honor roll. I made the honor roll where I got to ride in her Porsche and they took us to lunch. That was the surprise. You made honor roll, you got in the Porsche and took the ride to McDonald's for lunch. Yes, I remember that. And then the other thing we used to do was a thing called Vitamines. Vitamines. It was a statement. She would give us a phrase, something we would talk about, and what they would call now maybe it's like
8 o'clock.
Well, listen. You had me talking about my sixth grade teacher, Miss Linda Meyer. Okay, she's amazing.
Cheryl Timberlake says she's a
beautiful lady. Listen, she's a teacher to a lot. Jerika had her, Curtis, Bam, DeWitt Jr. rather. Yeah.
All righty. Well, we will see you all next week. We love you all.
Love you all. Appreciate you all. See you all next Monday, 7 Eastern,
Chloe
6
wants
Central.
to say hi. Say hi, Chloe. Just go ahead and say hi.
Just wave your hand.
All right.
Okay.
So until next time, we will see you all later.
Like and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us this week on Chris and Carlette Live. Make sure to visit our website, chrisandcarlette.com. If you're on Facebook, share this broadcast. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our show. You may also find us on Apple Podcast, where you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Let us stay in contact with you by texting CNC Live to 474747. That's CNC Live to 474747.
CNC Live.